Good morning, everyone. My topic for the discussion this morning is about conducting business meeting. Since I believe it is necessary that you will know this because you will be or it will be useful, especially when you are in your field. The objective of the discussion are the following. 1. Acquire sufficient knowledge in participating, conducting, or presiding in meetings and conferences. 2. Understand the principles of parliamentary procedure. 3. Prepare notices of meeting and agenda. And the fourth, distinguish action minutes, detailed and verbatim minutes of the meeting. Business meeting. First, we have to define what is meeting. Meeting is an assembly for a specific purpose, requiring the presence of the officers and members of an organization, and in some cases, involving guests. So we have to define also some terms like caucus. Caucus pertains to an informal or preliminary assembly of small group concerning decisions upon candidates, policies, and mainly the preparation of the agenda. Another is forum. Forum refers to a gathering for public discussion related to pressing issues forming public opinion. Another is session. Session pertains to the series of meetings closely following each other. Quorum. Quorum refers to the required number of participants in a meeting. Majority at least 1/2 plus 1 of the total qualified number of persons to attend a quorum. Institutional meetings. Institutional meetings may be conducted deemed necessary by the Board of Directors, Board of Trustees, Board of Regents, Council, or any deliberative body as mandated by the corporation, by laws, or as deemed necessary by the chairperson. So there are two types of meetings. We have regular meetings and special meeting. Regular meeting is a scheduled assembly which done on a day as stipulated in the articles of incorporation or by laws of the corporation. Second is special meeting, may be called anytime by the organization to address issues and concerns that need immediate deliberation. So, in conducting the meeting, you should prepare a format of an agenda. You have to prepare an agenda. So, this is the sample format of an agenda. So, the content of your agenda are the following, or the steps. You have to have the roll call. Second is the prayer. The prayer is optional. Then, the statement of agenda. That includes 3.1, approval of the previous minutes, if any. 3.2, committee reports, if any. 3.3, old business, unfinished previous business. 3.5, new business. 3.5, other matters. And the fourth is adjournment. There are tips in conducting meetings and conferences. So the first one is call a meeting when necessary, such as if decisions are to be made. Second, involve only those individuals who can contribute to the decision making or resolutions of the problem, like the officer or member of the Board of Trustees, the Board of Regents, for the necessary decision to be made. Number 3, distribution of copies to the agenda to all the invited participants. So you have to prepare the agenda and to be distributed by the attendees. Number 4, respect the time allotment for the meeting. So you have you have to consider the time. So if it is 1 hour, it should be 1 hour. You should be time conscious. Number 5, observe parliamentary procedure for a harmonious and successful meetings. Number 6, distribute copies to the minutes to participants within 3 days after the meetings. It should include the meeting and also the time, the venue, the date, and the time of the meeting. So there are some tips also in conducting an effective meeting. Meeting becomes effective if it achieves its purpose. These guides may be or may help. One is plan in advance. The presiding officer as well as the persons who participated needs to prepare the needed requirements for the meeting. A notice of meeting shall be delivered to participants at an ample time before the date of the meeting. Number 2, be sure that the meeting is necessary. Consider the people are busy and have the tendency to weigh the importance of the call for a meeting. Usually, people look at the agenda if the businesses to be undertaken warrant their presence, which is tantamount to sacrificing their other tasks to be done. Number 3, stick to the agenda. Meetings as much as possible shall not exceed beyond an hour. Tackle the agenda one after the other, or in a brief, have an organized discussions. The presiding officer therefore shall rule out impertinent motions. Number 4, give respect to the pertinent motions raised by other participants during the meeting. Motion is any concern, idea, or opinion that one participant wants to be considered for inclusion in the discussion. Number 5, contribute wisdom to a productive meeting. As a participant, the body expects you to share ideas, knowledge, information, suggestions, and comments for the welfare of the organization. Number 6, be sensitive to the needs of others. When you participate in meetings, you may have a personal motive or group motive. Consider that others also have. Think not only for your personal betterment, but for others' welfare as well. The last one is delegate tasks. Form committees or work groups to accomplish complex tasks. Dividing burdensome tasks among members and groups will make such works doable at a shorter span of time. There are basic principles in conducting meetings. The first one is parliamentary procedure exists to facilitate business and to promote cooperation and harmony. Parliamentary procedures pertain to the rules and regulations and process that must govern the conduct of democratic meeting. The basic rules in parliamentary procedures: one is only one subject may be before a group at one time. The second is negative motion are generally not permitted. 3, only one person may speak at any given time. 4, all members have equal rights. 5, each item presented for consideration is entitled to a full and free debate. And the last, the rights of the minority must be protected, but the will of the majority must prevail. Okay, the second one, in the basic principles in conducting meetings. All members must have equal rights, privileges, and obligations. The majority had the right to the rule, but the minority has the right, which must also be protected. A quorum must be constituted for the body to do a business. The fourth one, each participant has the basic right to participate and to be heard. Number 5, no participant shall speak unless recognized by the presiding officer. And then the last one is no presiding officer shall manifest partiality. Steps by which a motion is brought before the body. So let us define what is a motion. Motion is any proposal, concerned idea, or opinion that one participant wants to be considered for inclusion in the discussion related to the agenda. So bringing a motion to the body follows this. 1. A member makes a motion. 2. Another member seconds the motion. And the third, the chair states the questions on the motion. Steps in the consideration of a motion. First, the members debate on a motion. Second, the chair subjects the question to a vote. Third, the chair states the questions on the motion. The fourth, secretary takes the vote. Fifth, the chair announces the result of the vote. And the last is declaration that the vote is adopted or set aside. Methods of casting votes. So let us methods of casting votes. So let us define first what is vote. Vote refers to a thorough and voluntary expression of judgments to set of choices. So there are ways to cast votes, or there are methods. One is voice vote or viva voce. Number 2, rising vote. 3, raising hands. 4th, ballot. Then 5, electronic vote. So voice vote. This is usually conducted by uttering aye for yes and nay for no. The louder response wins. Rising vote exhibit their votes by standing. Raising hands, vote shows one of their hands which represents vote. Ballot. This is done by writing the vote in a sheet of paper provided for a purpose. 5, electronic vote. A vote cast through phone, computer, or any electronic device. Okay, let us proceed to another topic, which is also minutes of meeting. During the meeting, it is necessary that you have to take down notes. Put everything in writing. Okay, what is minutes of, or we have to define what is a minute of a meeting. A minutes are the official record or proceeding that transpired in a deliberative assembly, board, or committee. The minutes record not only the decision but also the flow of the discussion, so that the basis for the session may be clear in the future. Normally, a person is formally designated as secretary or recorder during the meeting. The minutes are property of the assembly, board, or committee. Hence, after the minutes are submitted, the minutes of the meeting, the members then approve and consent by affixing their signatures. Each minute should contain the name of the organization, the board of committees, the date, the time, the venue of the meeting, the name of the chair, the secretary of the meeting, and the name of participants. Okay, number 1, there are guides in writing minutes. One is note all the essential elements. 2, prepare an outline based on the agenda. You have to prepare the agenda ahead of time and leave sufficient main spaces for the addenda or notes. Number 3, prepare an attendance sheet. So you have to prepare the attendance sheets to sign before the meeting starts by the participants. Number 4, be able to know the name of its attendee. So you will be able to know the attendee by making a map or tags of the setting arrangement. You may also request unfamiliar participants to identify themselves. Number 5, concentrate on getting essential elements of discussion. So you are going to get the essential elements of the discussion and take enough notes to be summarized later. 3, use materials convenient for writing. You can use the bond paper, notepad, laptop, computers, tape recorder, stenopad, or even stenographic machine. The last one, transcribe the minutes immediately after the meeting. It is necessary to transcribe directly the minutes of the meeting because it will be presented to the chair for comment and approved before distributing them to the attendees. So there are classification of minutes. So there are 3 classification of minutes. As the one is verbatim minutes. These are usually prepared by secretaries of the government, legislature, council, or lawmaking body. Everything that transpired during the meeting shall exactly form the minutes, even it is time consuming and expensive. The minutes of the annual meeting and are also transcribed in verbatim minutes to safeguard the validity and reliability because it transpired during the crucial meeting. The second one is detailed minutes. It is usually containing the proceedings of meetings conducted at shorter interval of time. It is usually containing the proceedings of meeting conducted in a shorter time. The third one is action minutes. These minutes contains identifying information, brief summary of the discussion made, and key information presented. It emphasizes the decisions, tasks, and actions to be done related to the proceedings. This minutes of this meeting is quickly and easily prepared. So that's all. Thank you and God bless.